Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin with Steve Hatherley in the studio, as I promised. Hello, Steve.
你好, how's it going today?
It's really well. It's really cold these days. It's winter time, and I expect coldness every winter days, but it's just I don't like cold. I like summer days or spring or autumn. When it is winter time, it feels like I can hardly enjoy the nature during winter days unless I go to certain ski resorts or certain winter or snow ice themed parks, which is somewhere I really want to go these days.
It took you 2 seconds to start complaining on the show today. Question. How do you say when a parent talks to their kid like, oh, it's okay. How do you say that?
That is a really good question because in Chinese, we do not have a there kind of expression.
Oh, really?
We don't have that. We have very specific comforting words. You know, when we comfort people, we're very genuine and we want to accommodate to the exact situation instead of just saying there, just saying. That's why in Chinese we don't have that. Okay. But I understand what you're saying. You can either say, for example, for me, when I try to comfort my 2-year-old, I would say, Mama, Papa, come here, hug.
Mama, Papa.
Right?
So I'm not going to say that to you, though, if you're complaining about it. Yeah, right. I'll skip that one.
And also, 没事。
没事
is like, no problem, no worries. It's like trying to tell you the situation you're experiencing. I know, I understand it bothers you, but try to move on. Try to regard it as something insignificant.
Okay, so go and complain about the cold again, just quickly.
It's really cold and I hate it when it's cold out there.
Oh, 没事
It doesn't feel comforting, though.
That's because it wasn't genuine,
no,
maybe.
It's not genuine. But it's fine, I get it. All I'm saying is, when it's perfectly cold winter days and it's snowing and it's annoying to travel, for example, from home to work, it's actually perfect if you're staying in a ski resort. If you do not really have to go outside, but you can enjoy the beautiful outside, the beautiful snow, but you can also stay indoor. You can have some hot pot or cheese fondue or whatever inside the perfectly warm room that you're in, a hotel room, or you can wear your long jacket and go outside and enjoy the beautiful snow, knowing that a hot cup of tea is waiting for you in the room whenever you go. Perfect food, perfect view, perfect winter days.
Everything you just said sounds amazing.
Right? And these things can definitely be achieved, enjoyed here in China in different ski resorts. And I think for a lot of people, even though we have already mentioned in our previous episodes that China is not a country with a really long history of enjoying winter sports or winter activities as a tradition or even a family tradition for a lot of families, I feel like these years we see this kind of winter day trips, family trips, surging, and more people are embracing the culture or the habit of doing so.
It's just such a fun family day, right? To go to a ski resort because they have so many things to do, and they also have facilities for every level of skiing and snowboarding. It's just such a hassle-free, stress-free environment to let kids play. And if the kids are too young to ski and snowboard, then oftentimes a ski resort will have a location where they can just slide down the hill on a sled or something like that.
Or a snow fight.
Yeah, so it's such good, clean, wholesome family fun.
Definitely. And you know what's even better? A lot of places with many snow and ice resorts and resources have snow and ice festivals. And we call it 冰雪节.
冰雪节
节日 festival. 冰雪 we talked about when it's ice and snow and ice, it's always 冰 first and 雪 later. So 冰雪节. And there are so many fun activities to do. And that is the theme of today's Takeaway Chinese. If you're interested in Chinese culture and you want to get a grip on the Chinese language, then this is the show for you. Stick with us for 30 minutes and you soon see the rewards. And for more fun Chinese learning, follow our Facebook page, Learn Chinese, to watch many fun videos and live streams. But now, let's provide you with some free Chinese for takeaway. The first Chinese I want you to take away is a snowball fight. I think it's a really fun one, and it's like stress-free, like you said. It's something you do not
It's
have.
stressful.
You do not have to have any technique. I mean, you have to be quick.
Yes.
You
Have to have good reflexes.
yes, and you have to be okay with being hit by snowball.
And have good aim for when you're throwing
That's
the
true,
ball
that's true.
as well.
But what I'm saying here is that, for example, if you want to build a snowman, I'm not singing, I'm just saying this event, then you have to know how to do that. You kind of have to have certain aesthetics. And if you want to do 滑雪, that's skiing or snowboarding, either it be 单板滑雪 or 双板滑雪, you have to know how to do that. But for a snowball fight, you just fight.
Yeah, you just need to know how to move your arm, I guess.
Yes.
And also make the snowball too, I guess.
Exactly. So here, have a snowball fight in Chinese is 打雪仗.
打雪仗.
Okay, so 打 means to hit,
Okay.
and 打仗 is actually a fight.
Oh, okay.
It's a proper, not very written language kind of way, more of a colloquial or at least oral language kind of way of saying a fight. And actually, we're talking about real fights, like wars can also be used with this word, 打仗.
okay.
Yes, actual words. But, you know, we have 战争, that's a more official and proper written language kind of way of saying it. Whereas 打仗 is like you have two armies and each army might only have 200 soldiers and they're fighting against each other. That's still a 打仗, a fight.
Okay.
So a war, in a way, really small one. So 打仗 is a fight, whereas 打雪仗. So a fight with snow being the key element, 打雪仗, that's a snowball fight.
打雪仗.
Yay!
Did you have snowball fights when you were a kid?
All the time.
Oh, yeah?
And, you know, the thing is, when I was a little girl, at least in kindergarten and primary school, I was kind of the, you know, very aggressive and assertive kind in terms of when it's boys versus girls. I mean, I guess it's also because the boys in my classes are all gentle and nice. They would not attack too hard. They would always avoid and try to, you know, be the one who's being hit more. But it was really fun.
Yeah, I had snowball fights when I was a kid, although I did not have the luxury of someone taking it easy
on you.
Me. Okay, so let's make a question out of this. How do you say, do you want to?
你想吗? So you want whether or not. We remember?
想
Yes, because the idea is that when you want to ask a question in the Chinese language, you have a sentence, a narration kind of sentence, and put ma at the end.
Yeah.
So 你想打雪仗, that would be you want, you wish to have a snowball fight, and you put ma at the end of it.
你想打雪仗? Do you want to have a snowball fight?
Ma.
Ma.
Ma is very important. Ma suggests this is a question,
right.
which is why how to say I want to have a snowball fight.
我打雪仗.
我想打雪仗. I want to. I wish to.
Right. I forgot the 想.
That is why I said ma is very important.
Okay. So, 你想 ma.
Yes.
Or 我想 and then
Yes, the things you want to do.
So if you go outside with your coworker or your classmate or your family
You
member,
never ask. You just get a snowball and hit them.
just don't do it. Don't ask at all. 你想打雪 讲吗?
Uh-huh.
Got it.
Perfect. And then another thing that we've already mentioned is build a snowman. Okay, so build a snowman. You're not actually building. It's not that technical. Even it requires certain skills. So you're basically piling up the snow and forming a huge snowball.
Okay.
That's the base of the snowman, which is why instead of using, for example, 建筑 or 建设, that is the more proper and official way of saying build, we say piling up. 堆. 堆 carries the meaning of putting things together without a very exact order. It's like just piling them up.
Okay. Yeah, so...
For example, if you're talking about a pile of clothes, you kind of just throw the clothes together. So it's 一堆衣服. So 堆 can also be used as a measure word.
Okay.
So it's a pile of clothes. 堆. And 堆 is the word being used here for building a snowman. And the snowman is 雪人. Precisely snowman. 雪人.
雪人.
Yes. So 堆雪人.
堆雪人.
Perfect.
Okay. 堆雪人 is to build, not just snowman, but to build a snowman.
To build a snowman.
Okay.
Now, how to say, do you want to build a snowman?
Okay. 你想堆雪人吗?
Perfect. 你想堆雪人吗? Remember, we talked about using want to or not want to form a question. That is, we know 想 is want to.
Yeah.
不想, don't want to.
Yeah.
So instead of using the 你想吗 format, they used 你想不想format.
Do you want to or not?
Yes. So precisely, it's 你想不想堆个雪人?
So it's pretty close,
It's
though.
pretty close.
Yeah.
Try that. 你想不想
你想不想
堆个
堆个
雪人?
雪人?
Yes.
Okay.
你想不想堆个雪人? And do you think you can sing that song now?
你想不想堆个雪人?
Yes, it works. 你想不想堆个雪人?
Oh my gosh, you are never going to invite me back. Everyone who loves this show is like, yep, that's it, last episode.
No, it's just we will avoid inviting you to, Chinese musical
Yes.
theme to take away Chinese, maybe.
I'll give up my dream of appearing in a Chinese musical.
Oh, just again, I'll say give it a year or two.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's fun.
Yes. So, 你想不想堆个雪人? Would you want to build a snowman? 雪人. So, 堆雪人, that is the other activity we mentioned. 堆雪人. I think 打雪仗, 堆雪人, both very interesting, very fun, and you can definitely enjoy as a family activity. Yet they're just, too active. You know what I mean?
What,
It requires
to build a snowman?
Yeah, you have to.
No, it's not.
You have to pile up a huge ball, a huge snowball.
But don't look at it like a construction project. Look at it as having a bit of fun in the snow.
It is fun.
Oh, it's fun to build a snowman.
It is fun, but I have to admit, these are not my favorite winter day activity.
What is?
My absolute winter day favorite activity would be soak in hot spring while it's snowing.
Outdoor hot spring?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, which is why I must share this. 泡温泉.
泡温泉.
Yes, 泡 carries the meaning of being soaked. 泡茶 in Chinese meaning make tea. So you soak the tea bag into the water, right?
Okay.
泡. So 泡 basically means you're entirely in the water. Well, by saying you, I don't mean you, any object, actually. So
okay.
泡茶, the tea bag in the teapot in the teacup.
How do you say feet?
脚.
脚. So 泡脚.
Perfect. 泡脚.
Foot bath.
Yes. So here, 泡. Normally, we talk about, for example, 泡茶 is soaking the tea bag. 泡脚 is soaking your feet. However, when it comes to soak in a hot spring, even though you are the object being soaked, we here use 温泉, that's hot spring. Precisely, 温 means hot and warm. 温暖, that's warm.
温.
Yes.
温暖.
温暖 is warm. And 泉水 is a spring.
泉水
泉水, that's spring.
泉水
That's spring water. So 温泉 would be a hot spring. So here, see, you kind of get what I'm saying is instead of soaking the object, we're talking about where you're soaking yourself.
Yeah, no, I get it 100%. Are there places in China that have outdoor natural hot springs?
Actually, many places in
really?
China have that.
Cool.
And especially for those, for example, China's snow town, we call it snow town. 雪乡. Xiang is 故乡 or 家乡, that's your hometown. 乡, 雪乡. It is a beautiful village, especially covered with snow. It's located in the Shuangfeng Wood Farm in Hailin City, under the jurisdiction of the Mudanjiang City. The village is about 280 kilometers away from Harbin, and it is a place you can definitely enjoy a really local and authentic snow culture with a lot of
cool.
different activities.
Yeah, that sounds great.
In many different places in China, you can find hot spring in winter days, especially, the one that I enjoy, outdoor ones. Because when it's outdoor, and especially when it's snowing, you're in the hot spring, which is warm and nice and cozy, and your tip of your nose, your hair, you can still enjoy a little bit of the snowflake landing on them. It's romantic.
It's
even.
very romantic if you're there with your partner, but even if not, it's romantic in a poetic sense.
Yes, and it's 泡温泉.
泡温泉.
Yes, so 温泉, that's the hot spring. 泡温泉, soak in a hot spring. And if you want to specify, you want an outdoor area, outdoor is 户外.
户外.
Yes, 户 is the door. And 外 is outside of. So outside of the door, outside of the households.
户外.
户外.
Outside.
Outside. So 泡温泉, another really cool activity. And another one that I have never tried personally yet looking forward to is admire ice sculpture. Have you ever seen an ice sculpture?
I think I have. I don't remember where, but it wasn't like a huge festival where you would go from ice sculpture to ice sculpture. I've seen indoor ice sculptures before.
Oh, yeah, me too. Actually, I have.
Yeah, those are kind of cool. But yeah, the outdoor ones, usually at some sort of ice or snow festival, I think that's what you're asking about. Yeah, those are very, very impressive. Those people who do that, those are artists.
Yes.
And sometimes they'll use a chainsaw
yes.
to do the carving,
yes.
right? They are incredibly, incredibly talented.
Exactly. And a ice sculpture would be 冰雕 in Chinese.
冰雕.
So 冰 we know is ice. 雕塑 sculpture.
Okay.
雕塑. And admire the ice sculpture, you can say 看冰雕, look at, or 赏欣赏 admire 冰雕, 赏冰雕.
赏冰雕.
Yes, that's admiring the ice sculptures. All these activities, I love them very much. It feels like, soothing and the kind of activity that can take away all the pressure you have.
Have you ever gone ice fishing before?
No, I have never. Well, I have gone fishing, but only several times. No ice fishing. How's ice fishing? I mean,
Boring.
what's it? Really?
Just sit there and it's cold.
But you drill a hole on ice.
Yes, and then you sit there. Hopefully you'll catch something, but oftentimes you won't. My friend, this is quite a Canadian thing, I think. My friend lives in the northern part of Canada, and he has an ice fishing shack. And a shack is like a small wooden hut, and inside that, and that's located on the ice, and he sleeps in there. It's like a little tiny cabin, and then just outside is where he drills a hole in the ice and then just ice fishes. So he sits there, and then he goes back inside and he goes to sleep. And he loves it. So the people who are really, really, really into fishing, I mean really, really into fishing, then they enjoy ice fishing as well. It wouldn't be for me, but some people do enjoy it.
Okay, let's try to form ice fishing. Here, let's learn about fishing first. In Chinese, fishing is 钓鱼.
钓鱼.
Yes. Okay, so 鱼 is fish.
Okay.
钓 is the verb. It's kind of like the action of getting the fish out of the water.
Okay.
That's the action of 钓.
So it's the verb of fishing. It's the verb
It's the verb-
to fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now I'm telling you, the word for ice fishing is also 2 characters. You have to choose which character to use. And we already know ice is 冰.
冰.
So can you guess what is ice fishing?
冰钓鱼.
If it's a 2-character word.
Well, now I have a choice.
Yes.
Because ice and then 鱼 is fish. So ice fish. But fish, that's the noun form. So that wouldn't make sense. So it must be 冰钓.
Perfect. 冰钓.
Because you need the verb.
Yes, you need the verb. And also if it's ice fish, then people would assume it's a certain kind of fish.
Yeah, it's like a dish or something.
Yeah. So 冰钓 would be ice fishing.
冰钓.
Yes. So these are the activities. Let's do a quick recap. How to say have a snowball fight.
打雪仗.
打雪仗. Perfect. 你想打雪仗吗?
没有.
You can say 不想.
不想.
Okay. And how to say build a snowman?
堆雪人.
Perfect. 堆雪人. 你想不想堆个雪人? Do you want to build a snowman?
Be careful. They won't want you to come
They
back to
don't
this
want
show
me.
either.
No. Okay. And the other one would be admire ice sculpture.
Okay, so 冰钓 is ice sculpture, and to admire is 想
Yes.
想冰钓.
Perfect. The only thing you should be careful about is that 冰雕 first tone is ice sculpture, whereas 冰钓 fourth tone is ice fishing.
Oh, right.
They're quite close.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that. 冰钓, that's ice sculpture.
Yes.
And 冰钓 is ice fishing.
Yes. And the last one, my favorite one, hot spring. Soak in a hot spring. How to say that?
泡 is to soak.
Uh-huh.
And 温泉
Perfect.
温泉
温泉.
is a hot spring. So 泡温泉
That's
is to soak in a hot spring.
yes.
And 户外泡温泉
Perfect.
is to soak in an outdoor hot spring.
Exactly. 户外泡温泉. The ultimate pleasure in a winter, especially a snow day.
你想泡户外温泉吗？
我非常想. I really very much love
I
to.
always forget the ma. There's like this dramatic pause between the end of my...
But I know you're asking, so I was waiting for that important, vital, but kind of, little tail of that sentence.
Yes, which is essential to the sentence,
Essential
by the way.
to the sentence.
Which is what makes it a question, yes.
And
Good.
I enjoy 户外泡温泉 very, very much. You're listening to Takeaway Chinese with myself, Niu Honglin, and Steve. We would love to hear from you. Send us your thoughts via email to learnchinese@cri.com.cn. Coming up next, let's talk about some certain activities you can attend, and you can enjoy all the above fun things to do in winter days here in China. Don't go away, so you will take some Chinese away. Welcome back to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin, joined by Steve Hatherley. So we talked about China having many different types, small and grand ice and snow festivals. And do you still remember how to say ice and snow festival?
Okay, ice is 冰 and snow is 雪
Yes.
and festival is 节
节.
So, and you taught me this. One has to come first. You cannot change the order. So I'll say 冰雪节.
Perfect. 冰雪节.
冰雪节.
has always have to go first.
Ice and Snow Festival.
冰雪节. Actually, China's northmost metropolis, Harbin, it is the capital of Heilongjiang province, also known as the Ice City. And it experiences long, cold, and snowy winters with short, cool summers. The annual Harbin Ice and Snow Festival began in 1999 and is held every year. Now it is the largest ice and snow festival in the world. At first, participants in the festival were mainly Chinese. However, it has since become an international festival and even competition, with the festival attracting millions of visitors and generating billions of revenues, which makes a lot of sense when you attend a ice and snow festival. You would want to 堆雪人打雪仗 or maybe 骑马 on snow. That's horseback riding. And also engage in local activities, traditional ones, and also have the kind of very meaty, heavy, but really delicious food in winter days.
Hearty food.
Yes.
Yeah, like a stew, like with carrots and potatoes and some perhaps beef if you're a meat eater. That sounds delicious.
And all these would definitely give a huge impetus to local economic development.
Have you ever gone on a sleigh ride before?
No, I haven't.
Behind a horse? Like where the horse pulls the sleigh?
I understand. No, I have not tried that. I did enjoy a little bit of horseback riding on snow land, on snow field.
How was that?
Bit. It's cold.
Yeah.
A little bit scary, but definitely fun.
You know, going on a sleigh behind a horse it almost feels like you're inside a novel.
Aww.
Yeah, but you're also behind a horse. And how do I say this politely? Depending on what the horse had for lunch that day, it can be a very unpleasant experience for you. The horse doesn't care that you are there.
It's romantic in picture.
Yes.
When it's
taking the picture at the right time
Yes.
is essential, though.
And when it's a 沉浸式体验, an immersive experience,
Yes.
not necessarily pleasant all the time.
Not necessarily.
Which is why I also would recommend to you some other activities you can enjoy during ice and snow festivals. For instance, there are winter swimming competition. That would be 冬泳, winter swimming. Ice hockey match. Ooh, your favorite, one of your favorites. Snow football game. Alpine skiing competitions. International ice sculpture competition or admiring ice sculptures. And also poetry gathering on snow, using snow and ice as a theme of the poetry. You can recite, you can come up with your own, you can talk about literature with snow and ice as the theme. Very romantic and beautiful.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes. And in Harbin, there's the Zhaolin Park, being the venue of the world well-known Harbin Ice Lantern Art Fair. So we call it 冰灯游园会. So 冰灯 would be ice lantern. 灯笼 is lantern. 冰 is ice, we know. 冰灯. So having, an ice lantern.
That sounds beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, especially at nighttime, obviously.
Yes.
Really pretty. I've never seen that before.
Well, when night comes, the multicolor of the ice lanterns would fill the entire park. You can enjoy it. You can also have a 冰糖葫芦 in your hand. Do you know what is a 冰糖葫芦?
Bingtang Hulu.
Yes.
No.
It is hawthorn on a stick with sugar coat.
Oh, the little snacks.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I finally tried that, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
It's quite sour in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah, but you have sugar coat that is quite sweet.
Yeah, so it's like two treats in one.
Yes.
You get the sugary outside and then you get a little bit of sour on the inside. So here's my pro tip. Don't consume all the sugar before you bite into
don't lick.
Yeah, exactly.
Chew.
It'll be too
Chew
sour.
the entire thing.
Do it together. Yeah.
Yeah, do it
No,
together.
it's tasty. It was good.
It is tasty and it's really nice. And I feel like it's one of the best treats in winter days because you do not have to worry about the sugar coat melt.
That's right.
While you're eating.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the things that you can do during a really cold winter day. And let me know for those of you who have visited many of these ice and snow festivals or have spent time in a ski resort. How'd you like it? And you can leave us a comment in the comment area or send us an email. All of those response, all of your comments, questions are definitely valued. And that brings us to the end of today's Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin with Steve Hatherley here in the studio. For more episodes of the show, you can visit our website at radio.cgtn.com and go to the column podcast. You can also listen to the show and read the script there. Find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Just search for Takeaway Chinese. Don't forget to leave your questions, comments, and ratings. 感谢收听，我们下次再见。
Thank you. 谢谢. See you next time.